Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to our OpenTTD Series 12, where last week I had the Spiff and Brit join me, and we reset the world, and now things need fixing. Now, I see Spiff's there, I was like, oh, what do you mean need to fix my perfect design? Yes. I mean, is it perfect? I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if my my button's working here to jump into the game. Yep, there it is. There it is. We've got it here. It's from the thumbnail. 7 million helicopters not succeeding in their mission. 6 million litres of oil. But we'll have a closer look at that very soon. Hello, how are we all doing? Mr. DeBribe not in chat. Kevin DeBribe. KDB. Train whistle. Laura, let's go for it. Here we go. There we are. And also, did you not get... Oh, there's the new monthly giveaway, by the way, folks. I haven't officially announced it, but it is there. Roller Coaster Tycoon GOG bundle. I can't remember what's in the bundle, but there's some Roller Coaster Tycoon games. If you want to be within a chance of winning it, go check it out. So I think we're going to have quite a few of you going at that bundle. I've just noticed the retro counter. I think the retro counter is out of sync. Let's have a look what we got over here. Oh yes, we've gone 7 over. Let's fix that, and we'll introduce our guests, and we'll say we'll get into the game and play some OpenTTD. How does that sound, everybody? But just before I introduce, I've got interviews on the brain because we recently did an interview with one of the OpenTTD developers, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Now it was a long video. I didn't cut it down much. So there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there, but it's good. It's good. I think it puts some people off just the size of the video. But if you have the time, check it out. And also, if you have the time, you can check out these videos. I played a game that was sent to me by a solo dev. This has happened a couple of times recently, and it was a very intriguing game, and we might dive back into that a little later. You decided to try helicopters in the game you started last week. They didn't last long. Yes, you can join in with the game. You can either do your own game, obviously, but if you want to take part and kind of follow along with Season 12, there's two main ways of doing it. You can either download the map, or you can sign up to join in. And we'll speak to a couple of people that did sign up to join in and have now are now here tonight. So all that information, by the way, it's in the description of the live stream. So go check that out. Right, Brandon says dispute chains look fun. Yeah, did you notice? I don't think I actually pronounced the game in the video. I kind of skirted around it because my brain kept trying to decide whether it was dispute trains or dispute rains or dispute rains. See, to me, if it was dispute trains, there should be 2 T's. But I wasn't going to argue with the developer, and I had no idea. So there we go. Anyway. Yes, it was a cool interview. It was brilliant to do it, and you never know. We might see Tutor Tyler back sometime soon. Needs a dash? Yeah, but where do you put the dash, Brandon, eh? Right, I'm going to go and dash over to the retro counter and update it. But before I do that, let's introduce our players. So tonight, I have the fantastic Panic and Rastas Gaming. Hello, both of you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing? You doing all right?
Fine.
Yeah.
Ready to get your hands on a almost pristine map for Season 12?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, a bit intimidating having to follow it from Spiff, but it's nice to have it a bit more clean than last time I've been on.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunity and a lot of ways for people to approach various different things, especially now that we've kept the technology. The year is 2002, so that's going to be fantastic. Just while I update this retro counter, Panic, if you want to just let everybody know how long you've been playing OpenTTD and if you have any maybe specialities or anything like that.
Yeah, so I've been playing TTD in general since pretty much release. I'm a little bit too young to have been playing it since it was released because I was only about 2 then. But I've been in and out of it through the years, and then picked up OpenTTD fairly on and off since that was released. And just been, loving it all the time. But I don't really have anything I specialize in. I just like to tinker around, do interesting organic railways mostly, but whatever.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we'll see what you do tonight. Rastas Gaming, hi, welcome. Just remind me again, how long have you been playing OpenTTD?
I actually played the original game when I was a teenager. Couldn't understand anything. Had a lot of fun with it, and then began playing it again when it came to Steam a few years ago. So that's just been brilliant.
Yeah,
And my
yes.
specialty is bribing people, apparently.
Oh well, we'll certainly try and give that a go tonight. Let me just check my list here. I think we're pretty much ready to go. I think the only thing we're missing is the preview cam, the cam that spies on everybody to see what they're up to. So we will get that sorted out and get the preview camera on there. Hello Twitch chat. Twitch chat are here as well. And Steam chat might also be here, but I don't even have the window open, so who knows? Who knows? Hello, everybody. Right. If anybody's got any questions, now's a good time to chat. Shout them out in chat, because I'm going to get a second instance of OpenTTD up and running. If you didn't know how to do this, and you've already got the game in Steam, what you can do is you can right-click and go manage and browse local files. And from there, the extremely complicated instructions is just to run the exe again. OpenTTD is one of those games that doesn't rely on Steam in any sort of major capacity. You can just launch the game straight out of game files. Now, there is another small problem, and that is I've forgotten the password for the server. But don't worry, I had it written down. There we go. I don't always write it down, but I did. So we're going to get the second camera in. There we go. Get the password in. Password has been changed, although I don't think it's been changed since the Spiff was here. So we'll have to see what happens about that. We've got a problem. And now we're going to go over to the OpenTTD screen, and I'm going to try and add me live. So let's do that. There we go. That worked out okay. And now OpenTTD cam. Oh my goodness, did that just work first time? OpenTTD cam is actually working. Okay. Nice. That's really good.
Fantastic.
So, we've got some gift subs. Oh, Rastas Gaming, thank 5 viewer plus gift subs. Thank you very much for that. There we go. Laurel's that's a lot of gift subs. I don't actually know how many people who are in chat who would qualify for that. But there we go. There's a few people popping up at the bottom of the screen now. And all of those people have been gifted Viewer Plus. I will briefly explain Viewer Plus before we unpause the game, because not everybody knows about that special brilliant thing. Thomas, indeed. Right. I think I've just about stalled enough to get the console commands and stuff sorted that I need in order to get the game rolling. Oh no, what was it? Oh no. So the way that my script determines which of the screens to zoom around, each client is given a client ID. So when I add my second version of OpenTTD to the server, it gets given a client ID. And I need to go into the script and change the script to that client ID. Otherwise, we can end up accidentally zooming me or one of the other two around the screen. But I think we're all right. Is there a way to see how long we have left on our Viewer Plus subs? Yeah, if you go to the website, you go to masterhellish.net, there are 2 different profile pages, okay? One of the profile pages is your general website profile, and one of them is your Viewer Plus profile. It gives you all your subscription information. So there we go. And you should be able to find out all the information you need there. Right, I've stalled long enough to fix everything up. Panic, Rastas Gaming, are you two ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I was Craig Charles, would be doing 3, 2, 1, activate, but I'm not. So we're going to jump in now and unpause the game. Here we go. So you can see the helicopters of doom are all going around in circles, and one of you two have already placed a station. Absolutely fantastic. Now, last time Spiff did some amazing things, but one of the things he did was set up this heliport where oil gets dropped off. There's 6 million litres of oil there, and the aircraft fly somewhere along here. Then they kind of drop, well, interchange is the wrong word, but they have a stopover down here. Spiffnado. It is a bit like a Spiffnado, isn't it? Yeah, and then they go all the way down to this refinery here and drop off the oil. So, my question to chat is, how would you like me to fix that? Okay, how would you like me to fix that? At the moment, it's kind of working, but also like we're just not getting enough helicopters through here. So, we'll come back to that soon. What we will do though is we'll have a look at the world and what's going on. So if we have a look at the map of the world, zoom all the way out, look at that. Look at that. We need to turn off the town names. There we are, town names. So, it is quite interesting. There's a lot of oil in this northern section. And I think that's mostly because that's where all the lakes are. There's a lot of water up there. There's a relatively large amount down here. And a cluster down there. There's not much. Obviously, there's none in the middle because oil rigs only spawn so far from the edge of the map, right? Giant tunnels. What do you want me to put through the tunnels? Thomas says taking a break from the 100-year city growing challenge. Oh, yes, that was a good one. Was that in the list of the now and... Yeah, so when we were talking about these earlier, so distributed change was one of them. The other is my reattempt at the 100-year Mega City Challenge. And this time, I have all the settings the same set as Potato Whiskey. So in theory, I didn't cheat this time. Although I did have a secret strategy. I don't think anybody would call it cheating. Yes, it was definitely a cunning plan, if nothing else. In theory, yes. Always bridges over tunnels. No, I don't prefer bridges over tunnels myself. I do not prefer that. Right, could you transport oil to another heliport and use that heliport as part of the Hellish? And you can do Right, yeah, that could be interesting to add a second heliport. The question is, would a second heliport be enough? And I'm not sure. I mean, we could put a second heliport in. That's true. And what we could do is get half the ships to go to one heliport and half the ships to go to another, right? But you can't just do a spread airport. It doesn't work like that. So, we'll have to see. Oh yeah, we also got Spiff also put this bridge in. I forgot about this bridge. We named it after Never Seen by Day, one of the Viewer Plus subscribers. And if you're new around here and you don't know what Viewer Plus is, well, basically it's one of the memberships that you can have. So we've got Twitch subs, YouTube channel memberships, and Viewer Plus, which is kind of like Patreon, but it's its own individual thing. It's my own thing. So you can find out more on the website. So you can, yeah, find out more on the website about that if you want to support the channel. Don't know if Potato use fund buildings or not. I think a pure network growth is. But, well, the thing is that fund buildings is on by default. It's a vanilla feature. It's just there. So you could say, oh, I don't know if Potato, I don't know, help build the roads or not. Well, it's just a vanilla. Like, I think you can't argue that one. Is my opinion. I could be wrong. Yeah. How big an airports do you have? Some airports do have heliports. You can. Well, that's a good point actually, because this heliport has 3 pads, but it does appear that they're not all being optimally used, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're all visiting the depot all the time. So let's have a look at see what other airport construction we have available to us. Let's go hub airports. We do actually have intercontinental airports, but I think they only have 2 or 3 helipads. Any tactic using the vanilla settings sound fair game to you? Yeah, I think so too. Like as long as the settings are vanilla or the ones that Potato changed, as long as there's no mods or anything, yeah. You could add some planes. Can the planes carry oil? Maybe. Oh, right, okay. So we have a mixture of planes and helicopters. and therefore would need less helicopters. I think the planes might be able to travel a further distance as well. What does chat think? What does chat think about that idea? Panic, what do you think about that idea?
Give it a go, I say.
Give it a go. Maybe. Yeah. Did I cheat part 2 coming soon? No, I don't think we need that. All right, Panic and Rastas Game, if you want to drop a sign down on the map, then you can. Then we'll have a look and see what's going on. Planes for crude. Yeah, I don't know if we've got any planes for crude oil. We'll have to have a look. Yeah, we do need to do something about it. Definitely need to solve this issue. Ship, says Stephen. I'm not sure. Right, there's a sign over here. And let's have a quick look. So, we've got a bunch of ISR stations. They are our length 7. So they're the maximum default, but we have increased it for this series. And it looks like you've got 3 farms in very close proximity there. Oh, there's a 4th one as well.
A lot of farms. Yeah.
This is farm zone. Can we? I'll tell you what. If I zoom out and change it so we can't see the trees, yeah, it's easier to see the farms. So if we have a look around here, there's not that many farms. A few farms around there, a few there. Obviously, you don't really get them on the hills. I think there might be something in the algorithm that kind of works out like how many farms there is and whether they're likely to be placed in certain places. I've just noticed there's another batch around here of like 4 farms that are near each other, but you have got a nice collection of farms there. 3 here, 2 here, and then just a little bit further to the north, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4 in really close proximity. I thought there was 3 there, but there's not. There's 4.
Yeah, there's more than it looks.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. So where is that all going to go? Presumably to a factory somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet. So what I think I'm going to do is feed them all into a big station.
Yeah.
And then have that station shoot off to the other side of the map somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to go too far because we're using Iron Horse. And the payment rates compared to the running costs of vehicles, once you go past, somewhere in the region of 400 tiles, it's almost impossible to make profit, I think. We need to do something, yes. Let's have a look at what the planes can carry. So if we go available aircraft, and we go to... things keep popping up in my mind about upcoming videos, and I want to mention it, and I keep almost mentioning things. I need to keep my mouth shut, otherwise I'm going to spoil a lot of surprises. So that we can look at oil. So yeah, we've got a number of aircraft that can carry oil. Not loads. The Boeing 747 we can fill with oil, or attempt to anyway. How much did it carry? Doesn't say how much oil it can carry, but it does say we could got a capacity of 416 passengers, and it is refittable. Oh, yeah, refittable to all cargo types. So there we go. Not sure. What is the challenge of the map exactly? The idea of the map, this map, is just to connect up as much as possible as a community, right? So I've got 2 people joining me each week. This week we've got Panic and Rastas Gaming. I think I have a mini announcement about next week. Let me just check. Oh no, it's the week after, right? We have a stream coming up of this series, which is going to be on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday, because I'm not available on the Thursday. I'm running off to go and see Jackamak in London. So, yes. Okay. It won't be on the Thursday. So instead of skipping a week, I moved it to the Wednesday for you all. So I hope that's good for you guys. Let's see. Right. So, what is that? Is that a massive oil station that's just gone in? It looks pretty big. Go back to that sign list. Is it coal? There's something going on. You didn't want to move the railway line, so you made a massive bridge. Oh dear. Okay, so there's a power station. Okay. Where is that great big station I've just seen being built, Panic?
That That was just sort of in the middle
Oh, there
of the
it is.
farms.
There it is. Found it. Found it. Yeah, in the clump of farms. Yes. So which one is your... Oh, I see. You've gone for a greater length for the pickup, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, folks, if you're ever playing OpenTTD, don't accidentally press Control Q. Quits. Just quits the game. It's like, see ya.
Sneaky old F4.
Yeah, you do have a the option to say, are you sure you want to quit or not? Right. But yeah, so the station you've done there is length 15. Now, if I remember correctly, the maximum length of a train is 12. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to park one in the middle there. Noted. Yes, exactly. Right, so these two have done a good start. I've chatted quite a bit and thought about it. We're going to try what I believe was DJ Egg's suggestion of supplementing the helicopters with aircraft. Now, I don't know if this town's going to allow me to just come in here, bulldoze one thing, and allow me to put up the other. The local authority think I'm excellent, though. So what we'll do is we'll close the airport. Now, how far can the Boeing 747 go? And do we measure that? How do we measure that? Here we go. So maximum distance, or range is 1,152 tiles, right? Yeah, we're going to do some sea reclaiming. We are. Do we measure that distance like Manhattan distance? I think we do, don't we? Right, I've closed that airport. Oh, there's still aircraft in the hangar. There's only one, though. I'm going to close the other airport as well. Close airport. There we are. And we need a space of 9 by 11. There we go. Okay, don't know how I didn't manage to get that right, but never mind. Yeah, there we are. 9 by 11. Okay, so that's where the new airport's going to go in. You don't think it'll matter? It'll go it's not going that far? Fair enough. You're probably right. So if we get rid of these bits of road here, and if we then go out like this and do a 9 by 11, does the town still hate us? No, they still think we're excellent for some weird reason. So we can come in here, make sure we've got station labels turned on, blow up the airport. Oh, it doesn't matter too much because the heliport is now a dock. Fair enough. Now we can get our intercontinental in. Look at that. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's 2 helipads or 3. I don't... Oh, they're getting ready to land. I think there's 3. Which is the same as the heliport, right? Now the good news is... Where are they going? Oh, all that... Right, okay. They're doing a big... Because it's a bigger airport, it goes round in a bigger circle. And I think we've got 1 coming in to land. Is it going to crash? I don't think helicopters ever crash. Yeah, we can only see 2. Now, the good thing that I saw about dispute trains was you can rotate the camera 45 degrees each way temporarily. You can't do that in OpenTTD. I didn't actually see where that helicopter landed. Oh, there's one landing there in the middle pad. So the question now is, do we get another one in the third pad? And I don't know. We've got less oil here, but I think it's just decayed because the ratings are terrible. I mean, it says very good, but no. 3, but 2 stacks on inters. The first one landed by the hangar. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It is a bit weird how like only one can take off and land at once, even though there's multiple heli docks, right? So look, there's one coming in now. Where's it going to land? It's landing in this one. I don't know. Yeah. Is this vanilla or add-ons? Yep, we got mods for this series. There's a list of mods in the description of the live stream on YouTube. Or you can go to masterhellish.net/S12. According to the wiki, it has 2. Right, okay. So there's just nothing behind the control tower for some weird reason. Now, having this won't fix the helicopters, but at least we should be able to come down here, blow that up, come in, and put the Intercontinental in. They'll all start cycling around in a slightly different way. There we go. Yes. Is first use or Industries vanilla? The Industries are vanilla, but if you want to know all the mods and stuff, masterhellish.net/S12, and there's a link in the description as well, so you can check that out. Okay, so now I think what we're probably going to have to do is reduce the number of helicopters somehow. I'm surprised they haven't run out of fuel yet. I mean, it won't solve the helicopters, but it'll help, right? Okay, let's get some aircraft going as well, right? New aircraft. We're doing oil. We're going to do sort by cargo capacity. Yeah, the Boeing 747. Buy and refit aircraft. Full load here. Fly over the whole thing. Drop it off there. We'll start with a small fleet of 10 and see how that goes, and we can expand. Now the question is next, how do we reduce the number of helicopters to the point where it's actually acceptable? It's really strange that there's so many helicopters just going round and round and round in a circle and not loading. Like one peels off each time to come in and load. I mean, the aircraft are doing okay. Now, with these aircraft are also part of mods as well, right? The helicopters and these aircraft. It's part of the Aviate set. Do you have a favourite mod that we're using, you two?
It's a good question.
The extra engines and stuff like that is really nice.
Oh, the Iron Horse ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like having the variety on trains.
And ships.
Yeah, I think ships is the one that makes the biggest difference, right?
Oh yeah.
It makes a massive difference. Right. They won't all land while the depot is occupied, apparently. So we're going to have a problem here because they all need to go to a depot. We need a way to fix this. You know what we should do? Just put down a few random, like, helicopter depots and just see if they go and, like, service at them instead. Maybe? See, like, we are getting multiple helicopters going up and down here at the same time, landing and taking off. But only when there isn't one being serviced. And they all need to service. Yeah, let's put it in their orders. Let's try and get them all to service here on the way there and back, rather than just land and take off. So, we're going to go here. Going to go to the hangar. Going to go here. Going to go to the hangar. Take out that option. And take out that option. And then we can just do, like, service if needed. Service if needed. I don't know if we have to make them service. Yeah. I haven't told them all to just go to a hangar. They're just circling. If I tell them to go to a hangar, they might just go and try and find another hangar. Or they might just keep circling around here. The ratings have gone up. So that's had a positive effect there. The ratings have gone up. But
I keep getting a message that your helicopters cannot get to the destination because it's out of range.
Oh, yeah.
oh, I'm not getting that. I wonder which number?
37.
33. 33. 33.
It's the one.
Oh, did
It's the
just
one
land.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I mess up? Oh, these are they're out of order. So for some reason, this one was trying to get to the docks and didn't. I think their orders are all messed up, and that's why. Maybe we do need a go-to order before we go to the hangar. That might fix it. Yeah, hopefully that'll be all right. We'll see if that helps. There are now 0 aircraft sat here. What the last one's taking off. Still 4.4 million litres. Oh, one's coming back though. How much is each aircraft carrying? 130,000 litres. That's not too bad. Yeah. They can't do the whole trip in one go. That's why the midpoints exist. Yeah, but I thought telling them to go in service would count as going like as a midpoint. But apparently that's not the case. So I don't know if these guys are all got the same problem. No, I think they seem fine. Buy 5 more. I mean, I don't want to overdo it because if we can get these helicopters to service, they might actually end up being okay. Or at least not as many of them would end up being terrible. Ooh, I just got a notification. Congratulations, you received a community award. You received a community award. Awards are given by members of the Steam community to express their appreciation of something that you have posted. Yes, so I don't know what awards do. I think they cost Steam points. So if you've got like these Steam points things and you don't know what to do with them, you can go give me a community award on the OpenTTD section where I've done a guide. The guide is basically a list of my tutorials. So you can give the award there, and it might give it more visibility, and more people might see it or like it. Right then, we'll come back to this setup and see how things are going. I'm going to check in with our 2 guests, and then I'm going to start work on expanding my previous stuff. Let's see. That's part of Spiff's trams. Right, now, if I remember correctly, Panic, you are working on... Oh my goodness, what's going on here?
What's wrong with it?
Right, you've got... right, okay, so I just had to take it in for a minute. You've got a Roro station where you've got a number of platforms that trains can come in and drop off at.
Yep.
Now, with the way the signal is at the moment, it won't work. And then on the other side, you've got the ability for the trains to just split off and go to their various different locations. Or go down that way, presumably to the other locations. Yep, there we go. You did it. You've got, I mean, they can be one way. It doesn't matter, but path signals are in. Where are the signals? It says Crunchkey. Yes. Where are the signals indeed? Brandon spotted it as well. So there we are. Fantastic. This is an interesting network. Good use of bridges. I like how you've gone up in land height and then kept that land height to allow dropping of the bridges over and round. Without
I
going
think it was
up and down and up and down.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep it neat, haven't you? Fantastic. Okay. You gifted a cup of coffee to my Steam guide. I don't actually know how all that stuff works on Steam, but it's a way for people to help learn about OpenTTD, so that can only be a good thing, right? Oh, speaking of which, what day is it today? Thursday. So, you know the video that came out about me doing the 100-year challenge? Well, that was the midweek video. At the minute, I'm trying to do at least 2 videos a week, sometimes 3, okay? So this week we got that one on Wednesday. We had that one on Wednesday. The one at the weekend is going to be an OpenTTD tutorial video. And some of the ones I've done recently are kind of remakes or improvements of ones that I did a long time ago. This one I think is brand new. And it includes stuff that I don't think I've really talked about before. So even if you think you might know about it, or it's something you might not be interested in, go in, check out the video, show the video some love, and hopefully then that video will get spread around by the algorithm a lot more, and we'll get even more people hooked onto OpenTTD. You have a question? Shoot! Right. What's the next thing we're doing? Oh, yes. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's go and have a quick look at Rastas coal. Okay, so there is a coal mine here. Ah, you're doing a transfer service, are you? Ooh, you've got a massive queue of trains all. How many trains have you got going to that station?
Yeah,
6?
might have underdone it.
Might 6 trains for one coal mine that's doing 104 tons output?
No. There's 2 coal mines.
Yeah, but that coal mine's got 6 trains. This other coal mine's got 6. Oh, hang on. Is it the same 6 trains?
No. I think I might have double-clicked one too many. But it's tomorrow's problems.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Gifted 10 different awards on Steam, says Franderman. The cheating that you changed that the city could build roads themselves, but you couldn't still do the spiral with the setting. I'm sorry, I'm not quite 100% following your question, but if I do understand what you're trying to say, is that could I not have done the spiral with towns allowed to build roads? And you can try. It's just they will the town will try and build over it all the time. So yes, Brandon's right. You can use tricks like one-way roads, bits of track, and you can purchase land as well where the roads would be built. But I wanted to be able to show, firstly, I could do it without a spiral, and secondly, that I have a tactic that we haven't talked about before. So you can still do a spiral, you just have to have a bunch of tactics, or one of the tactics involved, to kind of stop the city from kind of going over and messing it up. Well, I can see that some of your trains are making quite a lot of money altogether. They're the ones that are picking up from these 2 coal mines. You've actually got 2 coal mines right next to each other here. And they're picking up and going down the line and dropping off at the power station. There's one on its way. Hasn't made any money yet, but it will do. And they're making okay money. Although you have got a train waiting to join the main line out of a depot, and it's blocking the way. There's a bit of a missing signal there, potentially. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an extra signal in here so that these trains can move up a little bit.
I saw you build these flow stations, and I was like, I want to try and build those too. So I'm trying.
The Roro ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things is that like I try and avoid doing here's a station design, you should copy this sort of thing. I'm always talking about the methods that I'm using to design the stations that I'm doing so that people can then apply those methods and make their own things. There's a lot of that problem in the Minecraft community from what I've seen as well. So there's a lot of, copy this design to do that, and copy this design to do that. And then all you've got is people repeating block by block designs, which for me, that's not interesting at all.
It goes against the spirit of the sandbox kind of feel of the games.
Kind of, yes, but it's still like people can play different games in different ways, and there's lots of different ways people play OpenTTD. Right, there's a bunch of people that are saying that there's too many sharp corners on some of these lines. So I'm going to come in and soften some of your corners. How do you feel about that, Rastas Gaming?
It's fine.
Okay, I'm going to send one of your trains off down the line so that we've got room to work with. I'm going to come in here and just get rid of one bit of track because we're going to be making a small improvement. Now here we've got a bit of track that comes up, and then it turns sharply. It's a double 45. I can't remember if we gave that sort of corner a special name or not, but for trains that are quite long, that haven't got a massive amount of horsepower, it's not efficient. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to put a big diagonal in there, and then straight tracks into that diagonal like this. And then that will allow a much easier flow for the trains into the station. There we go. Steerpipe Sister says you don't learn how it works, so you can't come up with your own designs, which is true. That's the biggest problem. However, some people are just happy with that. They're fine. Like, that's not a concern of theirs. There we go. I haven't caused one yet. Oh, you know what? Is it electrified? Probably not.
Yeah. I don't know why, because it's not an electric train, but I know that you sometimes electrify everything, so I just made it for you.
Yeah, we have to be careful, though. We can't go over the whole world and just electrify the whole thing, because we've got metro and narrow gauge, and it would end up being a right nightmare. Yeah. Will 100 Years City be a yearly event? No, I don't think so. I don't see us doing 100 Years City again. There's only so much you can say about city growth, and I think between the two videos, I've said it all, I think. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, you've got force depots there. Interesting. Yeah, you have 4 trains loading on this second segment, and you've got I think that's 8 trains waiting to get into a platform. So it's definitely gone crazy. We'll come back to that soon.
Feel free to remove some of them.
No. That's your thing to look at. We're gonna check out. I'm already fixing Spiff stuff. We'll see how we can get on with any. Oh look, look at all these helicopters. We're down to like the last 3 broken helicopters. I think it's actually working. Let's have a look. Well, they're not there. Are they down here? Oh, well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circling here, but only 6, not like a million. So there's 6 circling here, none circling there, and 2 circling here. I think that's a massive improvement. Is Spiff still here? I haven't seen Spiff. I think Spiff's what's Spiff doing? Let's have a look. What is Spiff doing? Spiff might be live or recording, or might be doing all sorts. What's this?
Busy lad.
He's breaking something.
Yeah, he's probably breaking something.
Yeah.
There was something about an April Fool's on his Discord. I'm not going to check it out just now, but I'll look at it later. Right, so yeah, I think for the most part, we've solved the helicopter part of the problem. They are servicing, they're going round and round, they're spread out quite nicely. They're mostly doing a good job. But is the waiting cargo dropping? Exactly, McBora. Sorry, that's not McBora. I thought it was McBora, but it wasn't. It's got somebody with similar names in it. It's Mr. Bogus Borg 1541. Yes is a partial answer. Spiff the Mad Lad is breaking stuff again. Maybe, you never know. You can see here we're down to 2 million litres of oil. And the ratings have dropped, though, for some weird reason. So we need to fix that. Is the aircraft acceleration vanilla or is it modified? I think because we're using the Aviate set, it's set to 1:1. But that should be listed on the website. The link should be in the video description. We need more aircraft. Okay, let's get another 10 of the aeroplanes. So if we look at the aircraft coming here and group them by shared orders, we've got 41 helicopters going round and round and round. 1 helicopter by itself, and 16 aircraft. How have we got 16? Why have we ended up with 16? Okay, that single helicopter, but oh my goodness, that's where all the helicopters are. They've all gone to depot. Well, let's get rid of them all, because that's going to help refresh this helicopter count. Right, we're down to 12. So, let's find an aircraft that's in a hangar. We'll get rid of that. And then we'll get a couple more helicopters. Right? And the idea is that we can have 15 helicopters and 15 aircraft and see how that goes. They were hiding. They were indeed hiding. Now, I have a special treat for myself tonight. I went to a shop and I found these. Oh, yes. Look. And I don't know if I am sure about this statement, but I think these are my favourite sweets in the universe. They are mint chocolate sweets. Now, you used to get them in boxes many years ago, and the boxes used to be in this orientation, not that orientation. And these days you can sometimes find them in some supermarkets, not very common, and they're always in bags. But these boxes, they're, I think, a good portion size, right? So there's only 40 grams in here. And I feel like if I have one of these boxes and I eat the entire box, I'm not overdoing it. Right? It's a relatively big treat. Not Spawn. But it's not massive, and I can easily portion them out. So I bought 10 of them. I bought 10 boxes worth, and I'm going to see how long I can make the boxes last. So this is day 1, box 1. We'll track this over the upcoming live streams. They look like Maltesers. They're a bit smaller than Maltesers, and they're heavier. Yeah, looks like a kind of After Eight in terms of taste. Yeah, but less creamy. Like, the inside's not sloppy, like the inside of an After Eight. Let me see if I can. It's hard. But not hard. Like, it gives way. Does that make sense? I have no idea. You'll think they'll last about 34 minutes. 1 box per hour. Oh my goodness. Chat your... Now. That was kind of like my minimum. Like, I cannot have more than 1 a day, right? But if I can make them last longer than that, I'll be much happier. Right.
1 box or 1 piece?
1 box. I'm talking in boxes.
Oh,
I've got 10 boxes. I don't know how many days they're going to last. Right, let's leave those aircraft to sort themselves out a bit more. I'm going back to my iron ore mines from last time to see how they're getting on. So I set up this iron ore and steel network. We've got a load of iron ore being picked up down here. And it's been brought down to this airport. Now, I can't remember why there's an airport. Oh, yeah, because we thought it'd be funny to bring in iron ore by 1 aircraft from a mine over here. And it is actually... Why is the cargo production... Oh, right, okay. So if we look at the cargo production graph, you can see it was going down a lot, right? But then I started transporting it and it stopped going down and it went up a little bit and the overall trend is up. Yeah. If you only have a box during live streams, they will last 3 weeks. Ooh, that's an interesting theory. I do like, especially on the train driving streams, I do like to have a little nibble. These aircraft are barely making money, but that's not the point. Anyway, back to the main part of the network. So this steel mill, let's have a look at how we're getting on with the steel. So steel production is going okay. Overall, it's going up, which we like to see. Transported is not doing too bad either. Okay, we might need 1 more train. Oh, yeah, and then I hooked up goods on the factory end. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's a little bit wiggly as well. Yeah. Jet lagged as anything. In the UK from Australia? Oh my goodness. And Hellish is on at night rather than first thing in the morning. Yes. Right. Oh, we forgot to do a little vote thing. Let's do a little vote. So, let's do a poll. Will I crash a train this stream? It was a good question last time. And I think it was 84% of people said I would crash a train. And they were all wrong. I didn't crash any trains. So then we've got this mine here, this station here. This is a double. The ratings for the iron ore is pretty good. Are we dropping off much? Oh, Kevin DeB just entered the giveaway for Roller Coaster Tycoon. Tell you what, we should bring the OpenTTD music back in the background. There we go, nice and quietly. Yeah. There we go. Oh my goodness, 63% of people think I'm going to crash. Alright, so this mine is going okay. See, this is one of the things that the reset's done, because we were building up industry production, but all the production in the industry is now gone low again. Okay. That's not going too bad. I might need more tracks around here, but for now, I think we're doing okay. Looks like the flow of vehicles is doing all right. And this transfer station that I'm doing is very similar to what Panic's doing with the farming down south. So, I wonder if I can get some more in. How are all the trains doing that are going to and from this place? Let's have a look. So these are the trains that are dropping off the steel. They made 719,000 last period. The trains doing the goods are up to 1.3 million. There's no trains on that bit at the transfer station. Everything looks okay to me, DJ Egg, I'm not sure. Stats of the company owner. Well, now we've got 50 million in the bank, definitely. But I think I've done a bunch of these. Yeah, I did that one. Yeah, I did that one. I have done Stats of company owner. Panic, Rastas Gaming, have you two done statues of company owners?
Ooh, no, not yet.
Yeah.
That didn't sound like a very confident yeah.
Just as you asked, I actually placed 2. So, yeah.
I don't even have any trains on my tracks yet, so...
He's still building tracks.
I am.
I
a bit of a
found
mess in infrastructure first.
I found a few where I actually missed some, so... There we go. Rubber Woods. Oh, there's just no trains on that line. Must have got distracted. Never mind. Oh, well, let's have a train whistle. Okay, Kurt, here we go. Fantastic. We'll have some train whistles, maybe. Oh, there's not even any depots on this line. So they're not ready for trains. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Let's clone
I have to say, with the train whistles...
Yes.
Sorry, with when you're hearing on Discord, it doesn't come through, so it just feels very odd.
Yeah, obviously Discord has got the noise cancellation thing going on because it thinks, oh, that isn't a voice, then people probably don't want to hear whatever that was. But when you...
No, I do.
When you're doing a stream, it's like the microphone's picking up everything and I'm just transmitting everything. Right. 2 trains. Okay. There we go. Now, the question is, do I continue to try and get more and more iron ore, or do I bring something else into this factory? Because it's doing all right at the minute. Oh, no, it's not. The cargo graph just dropped a bit. Signals on the last line? Oh. Did I just not finish that line at all last time? No, I didn't. There we go. Yes, I just hadn't done that line last time. Now it's all sorted. Right, let's check in on Panic. How's Panic doing? Where's Panic?
And some trains going now.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. Are they dropping? Oh, my goodness. Please tell me. Oh, these aren't the trains that, like, have a capacity to carry other things. No. Okay. Because sometimes people forget. You end up transporting, like grain, livestock, and passengers. Which is obviously not what we want. We don't want to be doing passengers as well. Hellish, are you sometimes... No, what? Things Hellish has fixed. This is not a fixing stream, but okay. Are you sometimes just surprised about the quantity your kids eat? Ate a full kid's pancake to celebrate her birthday, yeah. Oh, well. Happy birthday. Obviously not to Kevin DeB. Looks like she had a big tummy. Yeah, I mean, I am. I very much am. They go through stages. And I do remember, on occasion, I've ordered something for one of the kids at, like, a restaurant or a fish and chip shop, thinking, ooh, there's going to be some leftovers for me there. So I'll just order, like, a small or normal size portion. And when I finish mine, I can work on what they've left. And it's all just gone. When is that maglev or high-speed rail become available? We're using Iron Horse, so there's no monorail or maglev, but we do have vacuum tube. And I don't know when that comes along, I can't remember. Okay, very good. Now, let's go over and have a look at that coal setup. There we go. So, it looks like you have reduced the trains a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of up and down there. It's not too bad. Wasn't there also dedicated high-speed rail? Yes. Dedicated high-speed. I think we have one of them. I think Spiff built a dedicated high-speed rail service. I'm not sure where. I think that's my goods route. That is my goods route. Oh, here we go. There's I completely forgot we had this metro route. Got this little metro route here. Yeah. So there's a metro route going round. No idea what this cross in the track is for. And there's a tunnel that goes over here and just goes to nowhere. The track to nowhere. Vacuum tube. Yeah, vacuum tube. It's one of the mods that we've got. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the sprites of the metro trains. Okay, I think most things are going okay for what I've been up to and what these two are doing. For anybody who has joined the stream more recently, tonight with me I've got Panic and Rastas Gaming. The three of us are working as a trio in this company. We're all doing separate parts of the world, but we're working under the same company. And in addition to that, I can't remember. There was something else I was going to say. But it's gone. It's gone from my mind. If I can remember, maybe I'll say it. But I don't know. Haven't seen any underground metro till now as playing the game. Quite new still. I mean, it's not proper underground metro, and it's not going to be. If you want to play a game that's like OpenTTD and has proper underground stuff, Locomotion, I think, is what you need to play. Right, over here, the airport is now empty, and look, all of our aircraft are now stacking up. Our ratings have gone up to 80%. And the helicopters are doing a good job. They're all flying backwards and forwards. These ones are dropping off. These ones are picking up. Don't know where the other ones are. They're around here somewhere. They're not just hiding in one of the hangars, are they? No. We do have too many aircraft, though. Where are... There's... I think they're just flying around. Oh no, they are all stopped in a depot. They're all in this depot for some reason. What are these helicopters here doing?
Waiting.
They shouldn't be waiting. What are they doing? Too far to next destination. They're stuck.
Spiff hid them away so you couldn't do anything to them. That's why.
No.
He hacked into the server.
There was... They need to go to the correct place. I think those two were just stuck. It's not a problem with the orders. It's a problem with the fact that I changed the orders whilst the aircraft were going around and doing stuff. So there we go. They should be starting to come out and do things now. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we've got too many aircraft now. We'll see. We'll get the balance right. I want to keep the helicopters because it's an interesting and unique way of approaching the problem, right? Right, let's see. So we've got lots of farm stuff happening there. I feel like I need to expand my steel network. Where's it gone? Here we go. So my steel network at the moment consists of a group of steel iron ore mines over here, a group of iron ore mines over here, a steelworks, and then it goes off down to a factory. So what I need is like a group of iron ore mines over here, or over here, or maybe over here. What do we think? Let's have a look at the world map and see what we've got. So, industry mode, non-turn iron ore mines on. Well, there isn't that many. Kind of got them all, I think. Fran the Man says, if you hit the like button, they'll give away some Fewer Plus when we get to 50. I'm not sure how many we've got, but there's enough people in, you know, watching right now that if they all hit the like button, we would achieve that objective. Yes. Laurel says, Panic is very level-headed, considering. Yeah, you don't sound like you panic much.
All under the surface.
It's all going wrong underneath, yeah. I think I could potentially get some ore from around the factory and send it up and in over here, but we would potentially need another set of platforms to take it in, and we will. Right, okay, here we go. Now, building over farmland is fine. Home from work, welcome. Alright, so we want to be dropping off raw materials. So dropping off with a mineral unloader. I'm going to use drag and drop. And I think these trains are actually length 10. Yes, they are. Okay. So, out, out, out. This way, this way, this way. I'm looking forward to Wednesday's video. I think, out of all the videos I've done so far this year, it's the one I'm actually looking forward to the most. but I've got a lot of work to get it done on time, and I'm not 100% sure whether that's going to happen or not. So we'll have to just wait and see, won't we? Right, let's get the polarity of these lines correct. The ISR has a steel mill station that fits steel mill's loading stations a lot better. Really? Let's have a little look. So there's a mineral unloader. There's a mineral silo. Goods, water goods. Oh wait, paper, rubber, fruit, steel mill station. Train in the way. Let's get rid of these trains. If they're quick and they exit before another train comes, we can just change it. Yeah, let's do that. I forgot that there was some dedicated stations for like rubber, fruit, and I mean, you gotta do it on certain ones, like certain climates, right? Oh, nearly converted it the wrong way around. There we go. So it's a relatively straightforward station, but we should see steel stacking up. Is it time for a mistake? No, I nearly made the mistake. Did you see that? I think there's a few people going, oh, is he going to make the mistake? Oh, is that a paper station? Oh, no. No. Turn around. Oh, did I misclick? I misclicked, yes. There we go. That looks like steel now. Oh dear. That looks much more like steel. Well, we fixed that. Right. So there's an iron ore mine here. I think what we'll do is I might choose this iron ore mine as the main central one, and then run all the other ones in to there. So we're going to do a mineral loading station here. Probably there, like that. I think this one we're going to do 4 wide, though. Oh, no. Nobody saw that? It's fine. It's not a problem. There we go. Yeah, I can't wait until next Wednesday's video. Not only am I excited for releasing the video because I think it's an exciting video, but it could potentially start a snowball that would change things forever. And that's
a cliffhanger.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it will. That's why I said could potentially. Yeah. You can make stations to store goods in vanilla. Or is it in your mod? To store goods. Not quite following the question. You can make stations to store goods. I don't know what you mean by store. Maybe if you try rephrasing your question, see if we can work out.
I think you mean a transfer station.
Oh, like a transfer. Oh yeah, you can transfer. Okay, we're going to use this diagonal here. We'll have to see if chat have got any ideas about what's going on.
Alex, what about your trains? I keep getting messages that the
Sorry, yeah, it's not got a station to go to, so I'm just sort of grommeting it at the moment.
Oh no, we're not. You know what? We haven't got a grommeting GIF animation. We do need an animation for that.
We do.
I have figured out how I'm going to make the animation for it, but I just haven't got around to doing it. There's a lot of things that I haven't got around to doing. Sometimes my to-do list grows bigger, sometimes it gets smaller. Here's a little behind-the-scenes thing. An easy way to find out if I am on target or behind with the primary content. So like scheduling of live streams, events, major posts, and the main videos is whether there's any shorts or not. So if there's a week and all 7 days is full of shorts, you know I'm on target. If there's days where I'm missing shorts, you know that I'm trying to keep up and I'm not doing it. And that could be through a variety of reasons. So many reasons. It only takes one of the kids to, I get a phone call from a school or nursery and for them to go, hey, your kid's not looking too peachy. You need to come and pick them up. And then, that's my work day gone. And some of the videos I've put out recently have been somewhere in the region of 4 days of just editing. Like, that doesn't include planning, preparation, or anything else. Just editing. So, yeah, there we go. Right, okay. YouTube needs horizontal shorts? Not sure about that. I'm going to change the advanced game option for signals, because it should be anyway. Signal, path, oh no, that's it. No, where's it gone? Automatically remove signals. There we go. That's the setting I need turned on. I probably changed that setting for the Potato McWhiskey's building challenge. The thing is I do all sorts of videos with like various different either challenges or tutorials and things, and I end up messing up my settings so much for one reason or another. There we go. So we've got some depots on the way in and out of the drop-off station, and we've got a depot here as well. After setting change, chances for trains to crash increase. That is true, actually. I
misclicked.
No, what do you mean?
I wanted to found buildings.
You wanted to fund buildings, and yet you managed to make
I misclicked.
Oh, dear.
A likely story.
I was actually just building in the city. I just built an airport next to it, so I don't know why they were mad at me.
Everybody's saying it's a bad excuse. It doesn't matter.
But the city is mediocre. I didn't.
Shorts
have
are
to
made
buy
for
them.
mobiles on the toilet, aren't they? Well, one of the reasons why I have quite aggressive text overlays on my shorts is because a lot of people watch them without the volume on. A lot, like more than mostly people watch it with the volume off. So my videos almost always require it, right? So instead of putting a sign up that says "make sure you're listening" or "make sure you got your volume to," you put up captions. And the thing is that if they get to a video they think might look interesting, they're not going to stop, turn on captions, watch the video. No, they're just going to scroll past it. They're just going to scroll past it. Ooh, I think I need another train over here. When you see one train in a station by itself loading, that's not good. There needs to be another one there ready to roll. Fran the Man says, we passed 50 viewer plus... we passed 50 likes, so one viewer plus gift sub has been purchased. Get to 100 likes and they'll do another one. Oh, Fran the Man, that's very generous of you. There we go. That text looks a little weird to me. I wonder if there was an update in 15 that I didn't notice or something. Right, let's get a couple of trains here because this is going to get to be a busy station. Because this is... Not only are we picking up the iron ore from this iron ore mine, which has got relatively terrible production, but we're going to get in some extra tracks to facilitate? No, facilitate is not. Enhance, I think is the word I'm looking for. How long is the station? 5. Okay. No shorts means you're having a pants week. Essentially, yeah. In terms of productivity, yeah. The thing is, like I was mentioning earlier, like some of my videos take a very long time to make. The interview video that I did, that took it took an afternoon to like set up the interview with Tutor Tyler, go through what we were going to do and record it, make sure we got all the recordings, do a test recording and all of that sort of stuff. And after going through that whole process of taking like half a day to record it, there was also a lot of prep beforehand, gathering questions, choosing which questions I was going to ask, making sure I had kind of an order of service of what I was going to do and a list of mods that I want to ask about and all that sort of thing. And then the 4 days of editing, and then you've got to send it over to the preview team and they go, you forgot to do something. So I've got to go back again. It's a long process. But then there's other videos that I can make in, I would say, I would estimate, 2 to 4 hours. So some videos will take 2 to 4 days to make. Some videos will take 2 to 4 hours to make. I wanted these platforms separate, so I'm just going to read them.
Fantastic.
What's that? Gift subs? Oh, Fran the Man's gift subs have just come flying in. Thank you very much, Fran the Man. I'm going to put this here. I'm not sure if I need the platforms there. We'll figure it out. Yeah. The interview video is great, though. Thank you. There we go. Oh, and there, the gift sub has been received. Right, let's figure out where all of these are. So there's one iron ore mine that's right here. It's almost certainly got to be those tracks there, right? There's no other iron ore mines right nearby. Well, there's one down here. That's on the other side. So yes, let's do that now. So we need... let's put that in here. Then we'll do an iron ore mine there. And where's all the others? Let's check the map. I think I've still got it set to iron ore mines. I have. Okay, so there's one to the south-ish. Then there's that one all the way over there. Okay, so we might actually need a double one here. Oh, I just realised I didn't do mineral loading stations. I did unloading. There we go. Loading, loading. And then there's one down here. That's a loading. Then there's one somewhere over here. There it is, I think. Yes, this one. We're going to need statues of company owners and all sorts. Right, so we kind of got that planned out. We've got one station in the middle and we're going to connect up the other 4. But before we do that, we're going to go and check in on both our guests and how all the fixing's going on from last time. Franman says, I have sense. I need to get Hellish to a point where he can continue content creation full time. That's right. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm still between this, hobby / full-time content creating. I'm spending full time on the project, but it is not yet at a position where it is supporting from a full-time perspective. It is very complicated, difficult to communicate, but I have like a estimation based on monthly income. And we managed to get to around the 75% mark. We need to get to 100%. And when we get to 100%, that opens up more possibilities, right? Because if I get to 100%, I can kind of ease off the gas pedal a little bit, look after myself a little bit more, so I'm better and fresher for live streams, and we don't have to either start late or finish early, and we can do more community gaming and things like that. But if we manage to get even higher, we can look at things like, well, maybe I can offload some of the editing. And if I can offload some of the editing to an editor, a paid editor, then we can have even more great content and stuff like that. So, yes, we are approximately 75% of the way between hobby and full-time, even though I'm spending full-time time on it. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask. Right then, who should we pick on first? I know. Oh, I tell you what, Panic's quite near where we're building, so let's go over to Panic first. Panic, how are things going for you?
I've got a brain going to a factory now, so.
Okay, well, you've got approximately 6,000 tons of grain and livestock waiting to be shifted.
Oh, goodness, yeah.
Oh, you're not using shared
I do only
orders,
have
are you?
one.
Oh, no, wait. You
I
are
am.
using
I just only
shared
have
orders. You only have one train
for
on each line.
I'll get there.
So-
I'll get there.
Essentially, you just need to go around and double your trains then, right? You need to go to each one and go, well, we need 2 there and 2 there and 2 there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you need at least 2. You have to have one loading while the other one's making the journey. Even if they're relatively short journeys, to have a train loading at all times, it's impossible to do it with one, right? Steerpipe Sister says, a lot of us help where we can. Yes, and the help is very much appreciated in all the different ways. There's an example of it. Brobin subscribed with their Prime sub over on Twitch. That does help. All the 3 main ways of supporting the channel: YouTube memberships, Viewer Plus, and Twitch subs. And of course, Viewer Plus is the best one. We've got 141 Viewer Plus subscribers right now. You can find out more about it over at masterhellish.net/Viewer Plus. Now, there is actually a page on my website which I've recently updated, and it's masterhellish.net. I think it's /support. It's in the menu. You can go check out the support page, and on that page is a list of loads of different ways you can support me, and so many of those ways are free. And some of them are kind of free. So, for example, if you was going to be buying energy drink and you wanted to get some Wraith, you can use my code, which gets you 10% off and supports me. So you're not paying any more than what you would have done anyway, right? In fact, you're getting a bit of a discount there. And then there's my GOG affiliate link. So if you want to buy games on GOG, you can support me by using the affiliate link. And there's also Overclockers UK. If you want to buy computer parts or accessories, you can do so from Overclockers and use my link from off the site as well. I don't have a button for that one, but again, I get a small kickback from that, and that does help support the channel as well. Reoccurring is around £4, says Steerpipe Sister. Yes, in fact, there was an offer on for April Fool's Day. Did anybody see the offer? Did anybody think the offer was real? Did anybody think it wasn't real? And Brandon says Overclockers didn't have my motherboard. Yeah, it sounds like Brandon's had to buy a new motherboard. Right then, what have we got over here? We've got a gigantic airport between 2 towns. Rastas Gaming, is this you?
Yeah.
Great Flunfingpool Airport.
Yeah, I'm just messing around. I don't know why, I never really did much airports, and then I just saw this massive one, and I was like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, the general thing about aircraft and air travel is that because they go direct to the destination, they can cut the corners and get more profit that way. Because they go fast through the air, they get good profit that way as well. The problem is it tends to be the throughput. And I made a video about the throughput of airports, and it's quite difficult to see how the throughput of an airport works, because you've obviously got multiple landing strips, multiple places where vehicles can wait and stuff. But if you go to my tutorial series, and I'll see if I can get this on screen actually, I made the railway equivalent of each of the airports in OpenTTD. So, the length of the platform was the capacity of the aeroplanes, the number of platforms was the number of loading bays, the number of bits of in and out, including the depots and stuff as well. And I think it helps get the point across a little bit more. There's my OpenTTD tutorial playlist. And originally the video I think was called like Aeroplanes Are Terrible or something like that, but I renamed it. Why Aircraft Are Terrible, Throughput Part 1. Maybe I should rename that video so that people understand that it's a video explaining the throughput. So it starts with other things and then goes around to aircraft. Let's see if I can find the screenshot. There it is. Let's bring it up on screen so everybody can see this. No, I'm getting an advert now because I'm in a different... No, brilliant. I'm on a different screen. I don't know if people can hear the advert. I don't think they can, actually. Anyway. Right. Bear me a second. I will find this. There it is. Right. How do I display this across the entire screen? Right. Now does my button work on my touch portal? Yes. There we go. So there's the Intercontinental Airport. And there is the equivalent train station. Right? So the depots are in the appropriate places. Almost the signals are kind of in the right places as well to allow the right number of trains to move in and out of a section. Right? And then, like, the length of the platforms, the number of platforms, and there's 2 ways in and 2 ways out. Like, there's two landing strips and 2 takeoff strips. So, yeah. That is what the airport looks like as a railway, and you would never build that, right? Well, some people might, but if anybody was looking for efficiency, you wouldn't build that. So it kind of demonstrates how terrible airports are for throughput. Anyway, I hope that helped. I mean, obviously, in terms of like big throughput and all that sort of thing, but they're still fun to play around with, right? Especially if you haven't done much of it.
I just found 2 cities next to each other and placed one there, and found another city on a tiny island, and was like, yeah, let's connect them, see how big they grow during the season.
Yeah, now is a time that if you want to see how big something can grow, starting now is the way to go about that, right?
Yeah, I did a train line for passengers and mail as well between 4 cities to see if it will grow around the platforms.
Yeah. Overclockers, I live in Sweden. Well, obviously that isn't for you. Overclockers UK won't necessarily be for you in Sweden now, would it? Right, okay. That's why your planes won't land. What? Oh, because of pathing and stuff. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Right, how are we getting on with all of our helicopters and aircraft? Let's have a look. So we're ignoring the ships. It seems like a lot of our helicopters are in a depot somewhere. Yeah. But they're in the depot because we've got nothing to load. We're overdoing it. We're doing too good. So at the beginning of this stream and the thumbnail, it was all about, hey, look what Spiff did. We need to fix this. And now we've got to the point of, oh, I've fixed it, but now I fixed it too much. Although looking at this, I think he's... Yeah, most of these ships are only 1 ship per oil rig. In fact, yes, some of these oil rigs just don't have ships at them at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and clone all 6 of these ships. Probably. So that one is heliport, oil field, Tunbridge, Fort A. No, I don't think so. Yeah, they're all different. So if I start here and go up the list and clone them like that, and then group by shared orders, there we go. We've got 2 of each. Now, this one hasn't got any ships, so let's clone a ship and do the orders. There we go. And also, I think we need a few more depots. So let's have a depot here, depot between those ones, probably one there. Because if a ship is too far away from a depot, it just won't service. Oh my goodness, there's so many oil rigs around here now that are just not being serviced. Probably because they just didn't exist when Spiff was here. They've gone absolutely crazy. What's the number of oil rigs in the game now? No, not on this screen. You can find out on the map. oil rigs are up to 343. And at the beginning of last live stream, that was 0. So let's clone one of the oil ships. Change the full load order to this oil field. And send them on their way. There we go. Fastest ships are the best ships. Well, no, because there's some that are really, really, really fast, but the capacity is minuscule. You do need a certain amount of capacity, otherwise it is a little bit pointless. Yeah, lots of oil around here. There's no oil around here, though, look. And no oil over here. But then there's loads of oil around here, look. So maybe next week, one of you could come along and just be like the oil baron of the area. Well, yeah, you get infinite throughput with the ships, don't you? You do. Right. There we go. Big ships for raw, fast ship for goods, you think? I still think it has to be a little bit of a balance depending on the ships that are available. Oh, that reminds me, I still haven't connected up any of these railway lines. Okay, let's get this sorted out. There we are. Panic, how's it coming along on your side?
Getting some more trains going.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting to get a bit of money coming in hopefully soon.
Have you upgraded so that there's at least 2 of each train on each one of you?
Not on the little ones yet. I was just getting to that now.
Mm-hmm.
But the main line does.
Okay, let's go here, full load, transfer there. There we go. You should probably put buffer stops between transfer stations. Buffer stops. Not quite following your... Buffer stops between transfer stations. Do you actually just mean like the buffers? The railway buffers? Because I can't, there's not enough room from both sides. But it's fine, there's a little gap there. I'm sure the grass will protect the trains, right? For aesthetics, I don't... Well, yeah. I mean, maybe I could move it a little bit. But these all line up nicely, so it's this one would have to move that way a little bit. Do you want me to move it? There is a gap there. Oh, you know what? I could actually just connect these up. And it could just be a dual-sided railway line where they can share it. But then instead of having 4 platforms, I'd just have 2. So, yeah. No. Unless I'm completely misunderstanding you, the answer is nope. Right, let's see how we're getting on here. In fact, let's go up to the water's edge. Can I bridge over here and then connect those bridges up? Oh, look at that. Oh, that is just a thing of beauty, that is. Lovely. Stipite Sister seems to think it's fine. There we go. Oh, by the way, thank you very much to the Viewer Plus subscribers. Over on the Discord, a number of you have been voting, and you've chosen the next route that we're going to be starting our train driving live with on Monday. So that's exciting. I can't remember what you chose, but you did choose it. Whatever it is. Here we go. I don't know if anybody else can remember. Elevate the land between the bridges. I could do, but it's not gonna... Like, these trains are powerful enough that they'll go up and down there without slowing down. And there's a train length between the bridges, so it's fine. It's not going to cause any sort of performance slowdown. Egg says Dutch trains hype. There. Sounds like the some of the Dutch trains were in signals. Go on then. Go on then. I will let you have some signals. Fantastic. There we go. Right. You know what? I might not even get through an entire box of poppets in one live stream. We'll have to see.
Oh, that's rookie numbers then.
But I'm trying to train myself to be better with treats. You know, I started off with a few simple things, like I swapped bags of crisps for bags of popcorn. Now, eating bags of popcorn is probably not too great, but I think as a general rule, it's better than eating crisps. And I swapped chocolate bars for cereal bars. And the cereal bars still have a decent amount of sugar in and stuff, but it's still better than the chocolate bars. And I keep doing little things like this all the time. And over the years, it's improved a bit.
Isn't popcorn meant to be like the best snack? Like if it's not cooked in oil?
Yeah, it depends on like the type of popcorn. The ones I've got are the sweet and salted ones. So they do have some of the naughty bits in, but it's still a lot better than what I was having, right? Let's see
actually
some
popcorn right now.
Oh yes, I do have some popcorn. I have to be careful when I eat it though, because I don't think my son's old enough to eat popcorn, and if he sees me eating it, he'll want it, and then I have to say that he can't have it, and that's sad. Let's see here. Let's type. Oh no, that was a misclick. That wasn't a mistake. That was a misclick, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's come out here. So yeah, somebody in chat said something. Oh, do you play with infrastructure maintenance on or off? Yes. Yes, I play with infrastructure maintenance on or off. I do both. Sometimes I'll play with it turned on, sometimes I'll play with it turned off. Glad I'm looking after myself. I'm trying to. It's very difficult. On my variety channel, there's a series which I'm going to be retitling to Better Me. It's called something else at the moment, and it wasn't really the best choice in series names. But the idea is that I'm trying to look at different ways to just improve myself, and just generally get better than what I am.
But you are perfect.
No, that is definitely not true. And even when it comes to doing like YouTube and stuff, like my thumbnails are still terrible, but there we go. White rice, steamed veg, and a small amount of meat is a good thing. Yeah, white rice and I do stir fry vegetables. Sometimes is a snack that I'm starting to have more now. What would they change to? Oh, you know what I did? I used to have fizzy drinks sometimes, and I still do as a treat, but I used to have them a little bit more regular. And I swapped my regular fizzy drinks for carbonated flavoured water. Which again, is not perfect, but it's still a good improvement. And from a kind of habit standpoint, I didn't notice. Like, I still enjoyed the flavoured water, it was still sparkling, like the carbonated drinks, but it wasn't like... It was better. Much better for me, I believe. Now, you've got to remember, folks, I am definitely not an expert in any of what I'm talking about at the minute. This is not advice. This is just what I've been up to, right? But yeah, I swapped fizzy drinks for flavoured carbonated water, and then later, I did another swap. I swapped carbonated water, flavoured water, for just flavoured water. And then now I don't really have flavoured water anymore. I either drink water or squash. Now the squash isn't great for sugars, I don't think, but you know, drinking water or squash throughout the day is still a lot better than drinking a lot of fizzy drinks. And it's taken a few years to make those changes, but bit by bit. And that's worked really well for me. Whenever I've tried to make any sort of dramatic change in my life, hasn't worked great for one reason or another. Whether that is just because I've tried to take too much on once, or it wasn't necessarily willpower, but maybe my body wasn't happy with it. Not just in food, but in various aspects of my life. I've always found that it is just better to do things bit by bit. And I do the same with my YouTube channel. I don't make any major changes to my channel usually. It will be small incremental improvements, like, oh, now I've got a better camera. Oh, now my thumbnails are a bit better because I just learned a new technique. Oh, now, this, that, and the other, right? There's unlikely, you're going to be unlikely to see just a massive overhaul from me. There we go. Because I think trying to do too much at once is much less likely to be effective. It's like trying to walk. I always think of it as trying to walk up the staircase, right? If you've got if you live in a house where you've got multiple floors and you want to go up the stairs, you can't just jump from the bottom to the top. That is, physically impossible for probably 99.999% of the population, maybe all. But if you just take one step up and then the next step up and the next step up, it's easy as anything. So it goes from something that's impossible to something that's as easy as almost walking. What's your favourite flavour of squash? And by squash, I'm talking about what some people call cordial drink, I think. So, favourite, I tend to go for whatever the kids have got in. It doesn't matter too much as long as it's got a bit of flavour. I do drink water sometimes. I do prefer to have something with a bit more flavour sometimes. Oh no, one of our 2 aeroplanes carrying the supplies for iron ore crashed, so I'm going to have to clone that. There we go, fixed it. Yeah, it's whatever the kids, because the kids sometimes have water, they sometimes have squash, so yeah. Okie dokie, what am I doing now? I've connected up these 4 extra ones. They're all coming in here. Probably going to need another train or 2 down there. That is going to increase the production up here, I think. No, is it steel production? There we go. Steel production is relatively stable at the moment, but we've just added all those new bits in, so we'll see. Brandon says, I like strawberry, but I do like the pink one. We tend to have orange and like a mixed red berry, two different ones in stock. That's another thing that I did. What was it? Oh, I had it on the tip of my head. Yeah, so for a while when I was younger, I would drink canned energy drinks. And now if I'm doing that, it's a treat. Like, it's a rare occasion where I'll have a canned energy drink. I do still have drinks with caffeine content, as you have seen me having. But I have these sort now, where I can much more control the portions. So if I want, I can have half a portion or a quarter of a portion, and just have a little one. And B, they are sugar-free, so that helps a bit as well, doesn't it, Right then, let's have another look at that world map and see where those different iron ore locations are. Oh yes, look at this. Can I pause the screen at just the right second to see them flashing? Yes, there we go. So here is our steel mill in the very centre. We've got all of these ore mines hooked up. We've got all of these ore mines hooked up. And we've got all of these ore mines hooked up. So we're doing quite well. There is this ore mine over here, which is done by aircraft. We could potentially do maybe this one by aircraft. These 3 here, we could do them by aircraft, but like shuttle... Oh, that's the wrong key bind, shortcut. Yeah, there we go. Shuttle them in maybe by train or vehicle into the middle one and then take them over by aircraft. And also, I've just noticed there's an extra new one up here. Yeah, missing one. That wasn't there. That wasn't there. Steer Pike Sister says, personally, I have a cheeky VOD and with a dandelion and burdock. I mean, Yeah, if we're talking about not water, I've never really felt the need to modify my habits in that area. So there we go. Looking at maybe getting Wraith, is there any flavors you recommend? Right, there we go. I tried what I believe to be all the available flavors of Wraith. There were 0 that I personally disliked. But there were some that I liked more than others. And I made a graph. Can you believe it? Well, I say a graph. It was no, graph is the wrong word. A chart. And I laid them all out on my desk in order and stacked them up in kind of ranks. But I'll have to see if I can find the picture. Let's see. Does search in packet in Google Images bring it up? No. Desk? Because I put them on my desk. I can't remember when I did this, so I'm not sure. Right, I'm gonna have one more try. What could I green? No, not green. It's too generic. Yeah. You know what? I do still have them. Is that it? Got it. Found it. No, that was before I had more, because I did 2 different orders. Then I had to take a second photo, which I cannot. Oh, there it is. Found it. Right. Okay. So my top rank is Tropical Punch, RG Berry. That's the top one. Then in the next rank, Nitro Orange. And then in the next rank, Strawberry and Kiwi, Fumango and Sour Apple. They are my top 6. But what I would recommend is going with the sachets first. Get a pack of sachets. They do like a starter pack. Do that first, because then you can have a good look and see which ones you like and which ones you are not as fond of. Right, let's fix the ones that we've missed first. Then we'll check in with Panic. Panic, how's it going?
I'm just checking on my profit, and my main train line is in the black, so I'm happy. So I'm going to start expanding to some of the more further off farms now, I think, and also more goods in.
Oh my goodness. This world is definitely going to expand quite quickly. Oh no! How am I going to get a depot there? Oh, actually, maybe I can. Does that work? No, there's a 90-degree turn there. I suppose I could move the depot further back and then do exactly the same thing. Oh, that I don't like that. I mean, I'm doing it. I don't like it, but I'm doing it anyway. Right, so we're going to clone it, remove the first option, tell it to load there instead, do 2 of them, send them out. There we go. Are the signals the wrong way? Yes, for that line they are. But the thing is that they're all over the place, these signals. I'm going to try and do this without the trains crashing. We'll see what happens. So, don't know why that line's different. This is correct. That's correct. That one's different. So I've got different ones going on different... Never mind. Working out the encumbrance value of your shopping. Sorry?
Can I ask a pro tip here? So, when you have a line where you put the signals wrong, you said you had a shortcut to just move all of them the other way. What is that shortcut?
No, not to move them all the other way, but people forget that the tool that you use for dragging signals all the way down the line also works for removing. So if you go into remove mode, click and drag down the line and hold control, it will just get rid of all of the signals down the line. So you can just do that and then re-add them. So yeah, it's a bit of a... I mean, it's just a feature, but it's one that people don't use very often. What about beer or any other alcoholic drink? So sometimes I do enjoy a little bit of alcoholic drink. But because my normal habits are sometimes and a little bit, I've never really attempted or thought necessary to adjust that. So it's not something that I've really considered, unlike energy drinks, unlike crisps and snacks and sugar and stuff. Now, that's that one sorted. We've got over here these three. So let's get an airport in the middle one. We'll use the standard Metropolitan Large, because there's no point in having a mega airport when you're only going to be having like 2 aircraft at them. And how shall I bring them in? Shall I use trucks? It's a very short distance for trains, and it's going to be relatively low quantities. What do you think? Note to self, buy Hellish drinks in York. That's not normally how it goes. Yeah. So, is there anything else that I've done? I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I'm, you know, my diet is perfect. It's but not by a long shot. You know, it definitely could be improved. But my point is that by making small incremental improvements, you tend to get progress. I believe. It certainly works for me. And the more important thing about that whole is that you don't just then, you're not doing something that is so out the ordinary, you're just going to fall back to what you were doing before. Like, it's a permanent change to your habits. I have no desire to go back and have a load of all the things that I was having before. Now, if I'm going out, you know, I'm treating myself to a meal deal, sure, I'll have a packet of crisps sometimes. But then I have no desire to then just, you know, eat a pack every single day like I used to, because I've got into new habits. Truck, should we do the wheel? Let's see. We got trams, maybe. Trucks. It could be improved, but is improved. Yeah, that's right. I guess trams might be an option. It's called incremental, which is sustainable. Yes. The idea is to make, you know, sustainable changes. And this is just my theory. Right. Fran the Man says, I did have an IPA on the steam train at 10 a.m. on the Hellish weekend. You know what, Fran the Man, if I remember correctly, I joined you in a drink at that time of day at the Hellish weekend. But we was on a steam train and they had drink for sale, and I think a number of us did enjoy that, yes. Why not both? You don't need both. Let's spin the wheel. Chat seems to be very undecided. So, train, truck, tram. No, we're not going to use boat here because there's a little bit of water down here, but that's it. Like the other one, I'd have to do ridiculous stuff. So let's spin the wheel and see what the wheel says. I don't remember. Let me see if I can find while the wheel's spinning, let's see if I can find an image of the Hellish weekend. When was the Hellish weekend? Hellish weekend for 2025 was back in September. There's pictures of us, steam trains. I don't think there's a photo of me and my drink on the steam train. No, but I did take a photo of Grabe, DJ Egg, and Gerard. And it looks like 2 of them are drinking Coca-Cola. And the other one didn't have a drink by the looks of it. But one of the... Oh, hang on. I found a video. Oh, hang on. Let's keep that quiet. No, that's a video out the window. I did nearly knock somebody's drink over trying to video out the window. But, you know, content. Right, what was the wheel? What? What did the wheel say? Let's go have a look. The wheel said train. Oh no. I'm going to use train. Steerbite says I don't trust the wheel. Yeah, we have a message that pops up in the moderator chat. Tells us what the wheel results, recent real wheel results were. The interesting thing about the wheel and the Hellish tools that we have that run the live streams is that the wheel can only tell you the last person who won or the last option that won on a wheel if there isn't a wheel spinning, and it doesn't remember anything before that. Like every time we spin a wheel, it's then just gone. Like we don't know what the options were, we don't know what won every time. Tell you what we'll do here though, folks. What we'll do is I'll do a 3-track station and we'll do it to... Oh, they hate me. Should we try and do trees? Let's try and put plant trees. See if they hate me. Alright. There you go. Got loads of trees. What do they think of us now? They think we're good. Let's do the station so that it can be entered from either side. We'll do a drop-off station, 4 platforms, and then we'll go like this. Yeah, I think that'll do. That was good. We got a Hellish week. We got a few different things coming up. I think nearly all of them are listed on the Discord. There's one event that I haven't put on the Discord yet because tickets haven't been confirmed. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But there is I'm doing a visit to London in a couple of weeks' time. That's going to be fun. I'm also doing a visit to Rotterdam, and that's going to be in July, I believe. That's a day trip, sort of. Originally, it was going to be an actual day trip, but I wasn't going to be able to get through border control in time for the train. So it turned into me going the night before and then spending the day, like the rest of the next day. And then, at the beginning of October, we've got the Hellish weekend in York. So there we go. Are we naming something this episode? Yeah, we name something every episode. There's not anything in the sign list, because we named a waypoint last time, I think it was a waypoint. So, we didn't actually end up having to place a sign.
Didn't you name the bridge that Spiffing made?
Yeah, we named the bridge, but the bridge had a waypoint on it, and it was the waypoint that got the name. So, there's no sign. Right, there's one side. See, even the wheels on the side of trains. I do actually need to speak to my contact in that part of the railway network, that heritage network. I think it was Skog. Like, right now, in the middle of a live stream, my memory is failing me. Maybe somebody would know, I don't know. But yeah, we'll name something. We'll spin the wheel. We'll spin the wheel on viewer plus subscribers watching the stream, shall we? You guess I want path signals? These are path signals. They're not one-way path signals. We can fix it, though, just by, like, pressing control on the couple at the end. And that's fine. There we go. There we go. Signal should be alright. Right. Now I need trains, so I'm just going to clone some of my previous ones, because they're going to be the same sort of train. We might have to do some vehicle replacement at some point. Alright, full load here, go down, transfer there, and we want at least 2 of them. And it's the same situation over here. We'll just clone a train, I'll clone without holding control, so we don't get shared orders. We'll press F to remove the orders, hold control and click to get a full load order. Click like normal and change it from a normal one to a transfer and leave empty. Click here to clone it, holding control to get shared orders. Send them on their way, and now we need aircraft. New aircraft. We change it from oil to iron ore. And we go down to the bottom, we see that the Boeing 747 is the one. We click buy and refit aircraft. It says buy and refit because we switched to iron ore. So it'll automatically refit to iron ore. Full load here, fly over and drop off the iron ore there. Because we've got 3 iron ore mines, I think we might need like 4 aircraft in total. That might be too many, but we'll see. We shall see. Oh dear. Right. How are we looking over here? Ah, look, we're starting to build up tons of steel. The ratings are starting to drop. We need more steel trains. Let's get another 3 steel trains on the go. I probably would have done 1 or 2, but we just added more stuff that is going to start flowing in soon. So there we go. Okie dokie 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 dokie. What's the production light on this? Yep, you can see the amount transported didn't go up much, and the amount produced did. When they diverge like this, you see how in previous periods it was tracking quite well? Like it was similar to each other, the amount of transported versus delivered. That means you're doing quite well. I mean, obviously the closer it is the better, but if it's tracking, it shows you're coping. Here, they're starting to diverge. If they diverge, it means you're not keeping up with demand. There you go. Right. Now, that seems to be going okay. Let's go and see how Panic's getting on. Panic? How is your lovely little network coming along? I can see here at the transfer station, you've got a lot of vehicles waiting.
Yeah, I think I may have too many trains now.
No, I don't know. Let's have a look at your trains. So it looks like you've got 2 of each trains in most places, 12 of the transfer trains, and 1 little train over here by itself. That's not on. Poor train. It needs a friend. Why hasn't this train got a friend? There you go. I gave it a friend for you.
That's a good question.
I get there. So down here, there is something that I would classify as a small design flaw. Let's see if chat can notice what it is, and see if people can figure out what it is. I always make mistakes and improve designs. But one of the things I like to see is what other people do, and sometimes I learn something new and I can improve what I'm doing, and sometimes we notice something that we can potentially improve, and I've noticed something that can be improved here, and we'll see if chat can figure it out. It's always fun to see if they can figure it out. We'll give them a few seconds to reply. Whilst we're waiting for chat to wake up and tell us what the problem here is on this railroad station, we're going to go and have a look at Rastas Gaming's coal. Where's your coal gone? Oh, it's not just coal. You've got passenger routes here as well. With you're going between a couple of towns.
Yeah, and now I'm doing some wood stuff.
So, have you done any spread stations with this station here? Let's get rid of the buildings. Ah, yes. So what you've done is you've put 4 bus stations in the town. It looks like they're the stations that the road vehicles are going round and round and round. And then you've done a 5th one, which is a spread station hopefully for the coverage of the main train station. So that's quite good. And when they grow, they are going to grow around that station. I suppose one thing that we could do to encourage your plan here, to kind of expand upon the plan that you've already put in place, would be to help build the road network out for the towns. So we can do a bit of grid here. There we go. Just to help encourage the town to grow in that direction. There we are, fantastic. That's really nice. And you've done a similar thing over here. Sometimes having a train station between 2 or 3 good towns can be so much better than just one big station, right? There's some of your coal network. Fantastic. How many trains have you got coming to this coal mine? 4. I mean, that's future-proofing, isn't it?
The small one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's the production? 144. That's quite good. And you can see how the production was about 150 something. And it started to drop a bit, but then you started transporting the coal, and it looks like that is starting to turn around now. So that's quite good. Oh, you've got quite a coal nexus going on here now. Wow, there's a lot of lines.
4 of them going into one, basically.
So we can have a look at the trains here. And we can see some of them I've got 4, some of them have got 3. You've got some shared orders with 11 there, but presumably they're the ones that are taking it to the power station. Oh, yes. Yeah. So if we go to the power station, we can see that those trains have made 1.3 million last period. That's quite good, that. That's really good. Right.
That's nice to hear.
Right. Chat have spotted the little quirk with Panic Station there. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? Have you changed it?
I've already fixed it.
You've already fixed it. Yes. So so people who are watching it, all 150-ish of you right now, there's the amount of people watching is very bouncy tonight. Like it will jump up and then go down, and jump up and go down. Anyway, good evening, welcome everybody. We're doing season 12. We've got 2 guests with me. We've got Panic Attack and Rastas Gaming, and we are doing some OpenTTD, a fantastic free game, and I'm going to have a brand new tutorial video for this game out at the weekend. So get subscribed. Make sure you're subscribed. You can see here now there are no signals between the split in tracks and the platforms. So if you put signals between the platforms and when the tracks split, what that does, it obscures the platform availability to the path signal behind it, right? And that means that the trains will just go probably the shortest route and end up just sitting waiting at the edge of the platform rather than filtering into the appropriate platform. So there we go. Those signals are now been removed off the edge of the platform. Of course, you definitely need signals on the exit of a row, because if you don't put signals on the exit of a row, when your tracks merge, then each platform gets counted as one block, and trains can't really figure out a path into the station and out without crashing into each other's path. So they just stop. They don't go in at all. There we are. Let's
I do
see.
love that everyone voted that you were going to crash something, but you haven't.
I haven't crashed anything yet. And not everybody. 63% of people said, yes, I'm going to crash a train. I have done quite a few trains this live stream. Now let's check on Spiff stuff. How's Spiff stuff coming along? Oh, right, okay. So we're now potentially looking at issues again. So the number of oil fields in Spiff Lake. Should we call this Spiff Lake? Maybe we should. Because we didn't name anything after Spiff, and he was so kind to come onto the stream and take part in a game of OpenTTD. There we go. And I'm sure one of the reasons why Spiff came along is because OpenTTD is such a fantastic free game. More people need to know about it, so we need to get the word out there for as many people as possible to come and enjoy the game with us. Spiff Lake, yes. So we've got Spiff Lake. So we've got the Flanning Hall Heliport, which is now a intercontinental airport. There are still some of these oil fields without any ships at them yet. So we need to do both things. We need to go, okay, pick up stuff here and drop off there, like transfer. But also we need to make sure that each one's got 2 trains. Tell you what we'll do though, we will expand the waterways around here and we'll modify it so that there is a dock on each face. How does that sound? There we go. Should we move the Flanning Hall Heliport sign? Oh, no. So we click the edit button, click move, put it at the top. There we go. JD17 has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, JD17. If you subscribe to the channel and you've got your channel subs marked as public, your name will pop up on the screen. And there is now 44,000 314 of you. So that's fantastic. There we go. We've got a variety of different docks that the ships can go to. It looks like all of those oil fields are sorted. Have we got any ships going to this one? Yes, we might need more ships. Oh, you're here live. Usually, when people subscribe to the stream, it's because they are watching a video, because I've got, like, 3,000-ish videos. But there we go. Wait, what? You can move station names? New feature in version 15? Yes. Yes, you can move them. But you can only move them to a valid tile of the station. You can move the station signs, yes. So if you've got a spread... Have we got any spread stations to do a better... kind of... Oh, you know what? We have in the Steel network, right? Yeah, okay. So down here... These is an example of spread stations using the join station feature. So when you put a station down, you hold control, the join station window comes up, and you can spread the station. Now, if you click the edit sign button, it's now saying rename or move. If you click that, there's an option to move the sign, and you can see that we can place the sign anywhere in the bounds of the station box, right? So you could do it over here, right in the corner. You can do it right here in the corner, but you can also do it between those two platforms, over here in this green area, because we've got the edge of this station and the edge of this station, making this a valid location. Right, so you can do it anywhere in the bounding, not just on the station tiles, but anywhere in the bounding box. So I might actually put it there. There we go. You've got the stream on one screen and OpenTTD on the other. Yeah, that's what we like to see. If people want to come to the community and play OpenTTD, we have an OpenTTD server running on the Discord. So go to the Discord and check that out if it's something that might interest you. Right, so Spiff Lake looks like it is mostly fixed. My iron ore situation looks like it's good, but I might need a couple more trains. So let's get them in there. Those ones are okay. They're all right. Yep, they're all doing okay. Now down here, this station is looking dangerously slim on trains. So let's put another 2 trains there. That one's okay. This one's looking a bit dangerous because we've got one platform empty and that one's half full. Oh, where's the other train? Huh? There are 2 trains. Oh, it's in the depot? Oh, we got no signals. There we go. Yeah, fixed it. Job's a good one. So that's all looking good. And then down here at the steel station, what's our ratings? 72%. That's not too bad. That will improve with better trains. And we're dropping off lot. Let's see, cargo graph. Let's have a look, see how that's going. Now, this is kind of good and kind of bad. The 2 lines have got closer together. That's good. That means we're getting closer to meeting demand. But the actual production's gone down, so we'll have to see how it goes. There we go. What? What? Oh, hang on. Trams, trucks, trains, trips, or aircraft? Oh, I like that. Right. And oh, look here. We've got a bit of a problem. Looks like iron ore's building up a little bit. We might need another train or 2 there. Oh, that's a good point. Something I completely forgot. I've been adding in all of this extra iron ore and dealing with moving all the extra steel, but I haven't actually been dealing with the extra goods that we've been producing. What's the goods production graph looking like? Oh. Well, if you wanted to improve goods production, that's exactly what I've been doing. So we're probably going to need a few more goods trains. So let's get a couple of them waiting. Right, let's have a quick check-in on Spiff Lake. Here we go. And the airport is not doing too bad on the litres of oil. We might need another helicopter or 6. Oh, and how's this new airport doing down here? Ah. All the planes are gone. We need more aircraft. So 4 was not enough. Let's make it 6. Here we go. Tutor Tyler is in chat. Oh my goodness, is this the first time you've been in the YouTube chat? Nice to see the new industry graphs being used. I know, right? The industry graphs are fantastic. Is that one of the features that you worked on? No, there's no maglev in this scenario because we're using Iron Horse. Right. Let's check in. We'll go back round to Panic. Now, one thing we didn't look at Panic last time is we looked at all of your farms bringing stuff in to the Panic Farming Co. Mega Transfer Station, but we didn't look at where they were going to. So let's have a look. They're going down this rather long line. God, that is quite a long line. How long is... Oh, wow. That's a... Wow.
It's sort of central. I'm hoping it's not too far.
What
and the fact that the train's making profit...
actual station is this?
It should be all right.
Look at this.
I know, it's a monstrosity. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
It's a work in progress.
I can tell. If I was you, I'd purchase the land. Otherwise, you might end up like with a coal mine popping up in the middle of where you're planning to build a station.
Good
Definitely. And like at either end and things like that. Is this a multiplayer game? Yes, this is a multiplayer game. Each week, I invite 2 people to come and join me. Today, I've got Panic and Rastas Gaming. If you want to take part, you have to fill in the form. The link and all the information is in the stream description. Is that an actual town name? I think yes. Catfield. I'm pretty like I only have the ability to change the town names because the host, and I don't think I did it. So how far is that going then in terms of distance? Let's have a look. So it's going 669-ish length in that direction and about 230 odd. Well, if you round those numbers, it's going a kilometre in Manhattan distance. Are those trains making any money? Oh, here we go. We've got one that's about to come in. Let's find out what it's going to make. In fact, you know what? Pause. We're going to get chat to guess. So this particular train is full of grain and livestock. It's got a total cargo of 528 tons of each, and it's just gone the distance I've specified. How much money in thousands do you think it's going to make? So Wizard Brandon says 60,000. Interesting guess. With the line being so long, I'm not sure. Let's see how much it's cost. Well, at the moment, it's cost about 22 since its last. 42, 45, 50, 98, 37. I think we're probably looking somewhere in the region of 60. Oh, Brandon said 60. I'll say 58 then. I'll say 58. Let's unpause and find out. Somebody said 140. Maybe I'm being a bit mean with my prediction of 58. Let's see what it comes up with, shall we? It says 107. Wow, that's almost double what I thought it would be. There we go. Jimmy Jones was pretty close with 100. Very close with 100 there. So, well done, everybody. Some of you were closer than others. That is going to be a pretty... Are you even going to have a chance to finish this station, or is this just going to be mega project number 1 for the kind of like the team?
Perhaps.
Oh dear. Right, okay, fair enough. Now, where's my iron ore? Here's my iron ore. Steel mill production. How are we doing? Steel produced. Oh yeah, look at that. The production of steel has shot up. We even need more trains, I think. There's a couple more trains there. That's quite a long line to not have any other depots on it. So I'm going to add some depots. I'm going to add some about here. So we're going to delete some of the land, put some tunnels in, do a bit of tidying up. There we go. And then we want length 10 down each side. Maybe what we need is the distance a train gives up before it doesn't find a depot if it needs to service be proportional to its train length in some way. Because if you have a train that's like 15, 20 tiles long, you're going to struggle building a depot system that can cope with that length of train and for it to be able to see the appropriate depots that it can go into if you're doing it off the tracks. A lot of goods to start shipping. Yeah, I don't know what the goods production's like. Yeah, goods production's okay. Now, folks, remember we are back here tomorrow night at exactly the same time. And tomorrow night... Oh, what's this? We've got a resubscriber. Yard Dog.
Viewer plus subscriber.
Fantastic. Yard Dog Maker, thank you very much for being a viewer plus subscriber. Yeah, we are back here tomorrow night for some more theme park. And last time we started our first theme park, managed to do a bit of research, got a double-decker bus, but we didn't manage to get any roller coasters. So tomorrow we're going to start by adding the brand new roller coaster, our first roller coaster, to our park. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow night. Join us for that. Now, let's see about this oil. We've got loads of oil to shift, and I don't think all of the oil fields have been serviced. So that one is. This one over here needs an extra ship. 2 ships are just not cutting the mustard. There we go. This one, which one? I don't know which ones have been serviced. That one obviously is. This one is not. So let's clone this ship. Get rid of its orders. Full load here. And transfer over here. And cleanse. There's 2 of them. And then we'll do, I think, something similar to this one because, yep, there are just way too many oil fields. There we go. So full load there. I really wish there was a keyboard combination I could press that would automatically do transfer like I do full load. I think there might be an option to map it, but you have to unmap something else. I could be wrong. Roller coaster, yes, we're going to have a roller coaster tomorrow night. Lots of's got to get to work. All right, lots of, thank you, take care. Right, we've added a few more. How are we doing over here? We're getting a little bit of a backlog. We've got a few helicopters in the hangar there. So let's up the number of aircraft to 20. Oh, I bet we've got a load of goods over here, have we? Only 50% of the goods are being transported. Oh, where are the goods ships going? I mean, that's okay. But if we're going to go round this peninsula, we might be better off, like, unloading up here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's find out if Spiff has done shared orders on his goods ships. Some of them. Okay, let's send these 2 to depot. Let's get these ones and modify the orders. So to modify them correctly, we will add the new one first, after the old one, then remove the old one. That way, if there's any ships on the way to the old one, they go to the next order in the list, which is the new one. There we go. So now what we need to do is clone some more. Let's see. Where are they? Okay, there we go. Lots of goods. There's some more oil being done around here. Maybe we need a shortcut. Or, like, how much money we got? 117 million. If we shave the corner of that off, we can also, like, dig a little trench across here and allow ships to take that shortcut, potentially. It's not a massive shortcut, but it will help. Here's all the new ships arriving. Plenty of aircraft arriving. Production of oil is... What? Have I clicked the wrong thing? Nope. It's production of goods. It's gone down a lot. Yeah, because the amount transported has been bad. Are boats more economic friendly with Shark, or do they still only get good with infinite throughput? They are. I think they're more economic. I do. I think they're much more economical. They do quite well in the monies. Quite happy with how my whole iron ore and steel stuff's been coming along. Oh, how's the little airport going? Yeah, not too bad. How are you two getting along?
Okay, I guess.
Oh, yeah?
Just had to do some trickery because a station I just built and stopped accepting goods. So I had to add a goods station in the middle of the town.
Oh, a little bit of spread stations to accept it, yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen, especially if you get a town that's only just big enough, and then you add something and the town goes, oh, I should grow. And as part of that, they remove something, don't they? They remove some a building so that they can then get a bigger one in. All right, let's have a look. Oh my goodness, panic. What on earth is going... Right, okay. Actually, you know what? I think I see this now. You've got... Let me just count these quickly. You've got a 15 platform input station and room for a 15 platform output station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
If it's needed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be bringing things in, or somebody, whoever's going to be playing next time, is going to be bringing different things in from different places. But I find there's a limit to the number of platforms that are useful for one line coming in, right? If you've got one line coming in, there's only so many trains that can come down that line, and then they can only fill so many platforms. So I wonder what it is. I think it depends on, obviously, how regular your signals are, the length of your trains, how fast those trains are. So the throughput of the line can just vary. So you can't just say a fixed amount, right? But there we go.
Yeah.
15, chat says, yeah, 15. Boss told us we needed 2,000 signposts. We didn't question it. Yes. But it happened in my OpenTTD Season 10 Let's Play, I think it was. I was trying to build stuff around a factory, and something just spawned right in the way. It was an absolute nightmare to deal with. Never mind. Now, speaking of spawning in, let's check the world map and see if any new ore mines, iron ore mines, have spawned in around my steel network. Let's have a look. So those ones have all been done. Those ones have all been done. Yep, all the ones in the area are being done. Yeah, you hear a tutorial regarding throughput of stations brewing? There's already one in there. Yep, we've already got a video for that. It's in the playlist. Let me see if I can find it. Is there a button to restore window? What? Oh, right, okay. So it's called Trains Are Best, Transport Throughput Part 2. I might rename that one. So what do I talk about in this? Oh, so I talk about vehicle reliability and how it changes over time. I talk about having multiple lines in terms of you know, you might have one line up, one line down, and all that sort of thing. I talk about stations and how you can change the amount of throughput by having multiple platforms, different lengths of platforms. Yeah. Is there a summary? I can't remember. Doesn't look like I've got a specific summary in it here. What it does look like is it looks like I put the video description in twice. That's odd. Very odd. If anybody wants to see that, it's just in my tutorial playlist. Okay, let's get back into the game. Let's see, this one? Yep, there we go. What's the largest town? We haven't looked at that in a while. Okay, so Prinham is still the largest town, although it's ran out of space. Now the question is, chat, do we expand? Do we expand the Prinham Island, or do we leave it as it is? I don't know. Maybe we'll see what chat say about that, and we'll do what people say. Then what else? Yeah, what was next on the list? The town directory. Grunway-on-Sea. That's one of the ones that you're dealing with today, Rastas Gaming.
Yeah.
You've what you've got? You've got is it trams or buses? Buses. Now, something that I see, you've got several buses going around. That works, but we've got a relatively new feature where we could unbunch these buses using a depot. What do you think? Should we give that a try and see how that might help?
That's up to you.
Yeah, let's pop one in for mostly demonstration purposes, if nothing else, right? So these are the very good orders that have been placed in here. And Grunway-on-Sea Central, after that one, we want to go to the depot, right? So I've just put that in the wrong place. Let's fix that. And then we just choose Unbunch. So you can see now that the vehicles will go into the depot and come back out, right? And one of them's actually turned around because the road was just too busy for it to do what it really wanted to. It's going round the long way. Rename it to Atlantis? We must leave the island untouched. Really? It's going to be so choked, though. Yeah. Steerpipe Sister says everybody needs to like the live stream. Yes, you do. Have some waterways around it.
Has the city actually grown around the around my what's it called?
Oh, the train station.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the edges of the city is up to the train station. There's some buildings right nearby.
Oh, good, good.
Could encourage it a little bit more with some more road construction. And the other town isn't too far off. How far is a town willing to go to build a bridge and continue the growth on the other side? Not sure what the maximum length is, to be honest. I don't know if it's something that's configurable or not. Okay, chat seems to want to be able to rename it to Atlantis, so let's go do that. There we go. You think there's more room for... I mean, there is... It's not square. I don't like the fact that it's not square, so let's add a little bit of land on there. Oh, no, there's some land here to be had as well. Okay. We're going to square this off a little bit. There we go. And we're going to let the airport stick out because it's the airport. Can I get rid of any of that? Yes. Yes. Oh, very nice. That's even better. Fantastic. There we go. The airport it's just the runway that sticks out. That's cool. I like that. Fran the Man says there's 100 likes on the stream. You know what that means.
Fantastic.
And there we go. Fran the Man has gifted another Viewer Plus gift sub. Thank you very much, Fran the Man. Much appreciated. There we go. Atlantis. How are we doing with our... Oh, oil moviness is not too bad. We haven't got that many vehicles in the hangar right now, so that's okay. I missed who received the VO Plus gift sub, but somebody received it. Right, how are we looking over here? Oh, we've still got a lot of crate of goods that need shifting. Oh, 8. Let's see here then. Ships. And we've got 10 good ships. Let's change that to 30 good ships. There we go. We can expand upon Spiff's goods empire. And one of the things we could potentially do is actually put the dock on the inside of this lake, and then just do like a canal through here. Sounds good to me, doesn't it? Right? Oh, those ships are making a lot of noise as they come flying out that depot. Let's see. Oh, yes. Are these ships needing to service? I think... Are they? Or is that just their normal sprite graphic? Either that's just their normal graphic, or they're all broken down. And to be honest, I've no idea which one it is. Right, what's going on here with these trains? Whose trains are those? Panic, I think they're the trains that you're working with.
Which ones are they?
Like, I'm trying to figure... You know what? I'm going to switch to the other camera. Oh, no, wait. No, they're Rastas Gaming's trains. I think we've got a 90-degree turn here.
I just fixed it. There was a 90-degree turn.
There was a 90-degree turn. Okay.
Yeah, I just moved the dip up one space and it fixed it.
Ah, okay. There we go. Hello, welcome everybody. Right, fair enough. Right, where's Panic's things?
Working on getting goods out of the factory now.
Ah, yes, that's a goods idea. Oh my goodness. It looks like you do have quite a lot of goods stacking up, though. You've got over 4,000 of them. Are you trying to grommet this train?
I'm about to, yeah.
Yes.
I've got my destination in mind. So.
This is the input. You've got your depot off the line. It's length 12 off the line, so I think we'll be okay in terms of trains being able to see the depot. And then they come out. Looks like, yeah, they're hitting those signals. And where are you going? Where are you taking this line? How far is it going?
I think it's about the same distance again from the farms to the factory over to the west to Ponwell North.
No, have you laid a station already?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Station list. Cool, we've already got 172 stations. Ponwell. Found it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you've just got a big terminus station in there at the moment. You've started building your track. And it just needs to link up. Yeah, you're going to have to go through between New Floodwood and Munding Hatton, right?
Yeah, there's a few little obstacles in the way, but I'll figure it out.
There is indeed. Yeah, that should be alright. Oh my goodness, I'm getting lots of notifications about various different things, but we're fine, we're good, everything's alright. It's a bit warm in my office, but never mind, I'm sure it'll be okay. Alright, I think I need to get some more oil. Because there are a number of oil fields in Spiff Lake that are just not being serviced at all. And that one is, but these two are not. So, let's clone the existing ship. Where is it? Hiding behind the oil rig. Change its orders. Full load here. And then go down here and transfer. I like how it's still called a heliport, even though it's not a heliport anymore. It's an intercontinental airport. Right, full load here, up there, transfer. And there we go. I'm not sure. I think that might be all of them in here now? Nope, that one hasn't been done. Just too many. Right. This ship's going to have to go around Atlantis. There we go. I wonder how... Oh my goodness, there's 3 million litres there. I wonder what the rating's like. 40%. The ratings are absolutely terrible. Right, how many of each vehicle have we got waiting around? Quite a few. I don't know if adding more vehicles is going to work. We can try adding a few more. But there are quite a lot of aircraft wait. This is what I was talking about earlier on, right? Earlier on the stream, we were talking about the throughput of airports and the equivalent for trains and stuff like that, and how it was just not good. So, let's find out how many aircraft we've got. So let's upgrade it so we've got 20 of each. There we go. It's probably not going to be enough. What we might need is an extra airport, and to get some of the... we could actually use like a truck service just to transfer things backwards and forwards between the two airports. Brandon just did a screenshot and had the Minecraft town names enabled. I don't think that's a very good idea. I kind of like the Minecraft town names, but I kind of like the original stuff as well. Starter pack from Wraith ordered using your link code. Fran the Man, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Yes. Minecraft town names are much easier to say and find. A lot of them are. There are exceptions to that rule. Also, some of these town names are absolutely ridiculous in this one as well. Let's see if we can just scroll down to one that's quite long. New Warfingley Market. That one's quite long. New Wuntbourne Bridge. We've got Little Reading Head Cross. Oh, there's one that's not 3. So there's... oh, this one's interesting. Hinding Hatton Ridge. New Freening Pool Falls. Is it a pool or is it some falls? I have no idea. Little Hint Borough... yeah, Little Hint Borough Market. That's quite a long one. Try and find a really long town name here. Oh, Fenfingbourne Bridge. Fenfingbourne Bridge. Yeah, town of TNT minecart. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting to see how this series shapes up, because we've got some pretty cool infrastructure coming in already. How are we doing at this airport? Oh, we're doing pretty good, actually. Oh no, I accidentally closed the airport. Ratings are 80%. That's pretty good. Have we had trains coming in out of this station yet? Because I think it should be okay. That one's broken down. Maybe we need to look at upgrading the trains. I love metro trains. Who was that? Was that Spiff? Let's have a look.
I think so.
So the main diesel train we're using, we have 135 of them. The maximum reliability is 100%. So it's going to be almost impossible to find a better train than that. Obviously we could get another train that's 100%. Maybe it's got a better pulling power or something like that. Oh, that's right. We were going to make a town list using the Viewer Plus subscribers. Yeah, to get like Brandon on sea and stuff. Yeah. See, these are exactly the sort of projects that I want to do for us and the community and OpenTTD in general. I would love to be able to put more time and effort into the game to make everything better for everyone. But we need to get my YouTube channel to 100% first before I can start putting time into doing things like that. I have to concentrate on making the best and as much brilliant content as possible and keep improving that until we get to 100%. We're about 75 at the moment. We just need to keep rising. And hopefully the video this weekend will be a nice tutorial video. Kind of might not get loads of views straight away, but it's kind of evergreen content, right? It's good for the channel to have that sort of thing, and it's good for the community to have that there. But then next Wednesday's video could be my biggest video ever, maybe. So we'll see next Wednesday if I get it done on time. It's all recorded. I just need to edit it. It's just I've got like 2 hours of footage to try and edit down into like a half-an-hour video, and it's all good. So I don't know if I'm going to manage it. I'm almost certain there's going to be a viewer plus cut of that video. Now, quickly, I nearly did a viewer plus cut of the interview that I did with Too Tall Tyler, right? But in the end, like 99 or a very high percentage of the what was recorded was put into the main video anyway. So there wasn't really any extras for the viewer plus subscribers. But for Wednesday's video, I'm probably going to have to cut a lot. So we might have a extended cut for the viewer plus subscribers at some point. So we'll see. Steerpipe City sounds like a Mario Kart level. Apparently. Yeah, how are those goods coming along? Have they been delivered yet? No. Oh, they're getting close though. Is that the first train? Yep, here we go, everybody. So we've got a train with 1,056 crates of goods. It thinks it's lost, but it isn't.
I don't know if that's going to be the best one to look at, because it has been back and forth a little bit, I think.
It's been back and forth a little bit. So, we're going to ignore that one. Then we're going to have a look at the next... Oh, no, there is one. No, that is the next one. The first one's already on its way back. Okay. So this is the second one. So in thousands, how much do you think it's going to make? I'm going to go in quite high early off there. I'm going to say this one's going to make £146,000 of income. I think that might be quite high, though. We'll see. Does it involve confetti? No, it doesn't. But maybe we'll do some live streams that do involve confetti throughout the year. Yeah. Right, what did I say? 146? Can't remember what I said now. Right, well, we're just about to find out exactly how much is being made here. It is 104. So I slightly overshot, but very good income. Look at that. Panic's got a couple of good lines going here. So let's have a look. What if we look at those trains? Obviously, because a lot of those trains haven't made any journeys yet, there's not a lot of profit there yet. But the more the production goes up at this factory of the goods, the better that'll be. And then, we'll see how it goes. Would it be worth having some YouTube membership only videos, or maybe make some of the Viewer Plus videos available to YouTube members? That could be a long topic to talk about. In short, that's not what I do. At the moment, the top tier of channel members on YouTube get some videos slightly early. And that's part of the package. Okay, and then like the mid tier, they get some extra posts with behind the scenes photos and stuff, which are very similar to the ones that I post on the Viewer Plus Discord, right? So the kind of like mid tier one, they got a similar benefit, but obviously the Viewer Plus subscribers get all the benefits. I don't want to devalue Viewer Plus by giving the channel members the same, because Viewer Plus is so much better. It's cheaper for the viewer. I get more, and there's more benefits. So like it's a win-win-win situation all around. Except for maybe YouTube. Have you paid off the loan yet? Let's have a look. Probably not. Oh yeah, we have. We paid off the loan. So there we go. Right, let's do a little tour round, see how we've been doing today. Question: why buy the land though? Doesn't look close to a town or city. It stops new industries spawning there. That's why.
That does not just had a second train come in. It was 400,000.
You what? That one was 370,000. So the second train was also had delays.
I guess so.
So that's the third, fourth. Right, this is the fifth train that's coming in. This one's done nothing except load and come down the line. It's completely full. I thought it broke down, but that's another vehicle somewhere nearby. This one's offloading. So that one is £356,000. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look at these trains. Yeah, so they've gone from making nothing to 1.1 million on this period already. It's ridiculous. That's so brilliant. And the line's coming along quite nicely. Obviously, you're putting some depots in there. And the stations are growing. And there's still room to add more in. Brandon says nobody was close to 368k. And you've got, of course, all of that is being brought to the farm, to the factory, from all of these farms down here. That is a lovely little network. Panic, thank you very much for coming in and doing this nice little network. It'll be interesting to see if we can find another cluster of farms and bring them into the factory as well and see how it goes. So thank you for starting that. There's obviously room to expand for people to join in afterwards. Of course, they can click the link in the description to find out. And we've got these airports that Rastas Gaming put in. There's a bit of mail stacking up there, but mostly these aircraft are doing quite well. I'm not sure why, but these aircraft all seem to be partially loaded. I'm guessing it's just their yeah, they're loaded with mail, and they're waiting for some passengers by the looks of it. Those two towns don't seem to be growing that quickly yet, but I guess there's still plenty of time. How are you feeling with the routes that you've put in there? Are you feeling quite happy with how it's gone?
Yeah, actually, I kind of just looked at the map and I can see it basically claimed the entire right top corner. But yeah, the airports are slowly getting more and more stuff as the city grows.
Yeah,
so
and then,
it's
oh my goodness,
term.
You can see the size of Panic's station down there. So this is the network that's Panic's put in this live stream that you can see on screen now. This is the network that Rastas Gaming's put in on this stream. And my network is here. This is nearly all mine. There's a few little bits that Spiff put in, like here and there and there. But the core of this is my steel and goods network. And then we have some extra rail and shipping and air that got put in down there by Spiff last time. Next time, I don't know who will be joining us, because what happens is I draw the people that are going to be joining us usually the next day. So tomorrow morning I'll go in, find out who it is, I'll tag them in the Discord, let them know it's their turn next week. And remember, the week after, we're not doing Thursday, we're doing Wednesday. Okay, we're having to switch it. And remember, tomorrow night, we're going to Theme Park. And we're going to be doing our first roller coaster. So join me tomorrow night for that. And then Monday night for Train Driving Live. Don't forget about the tutorial video happening on Saturday. That is going to be great fun. And also, next week's video could be my biggest ever video. So we'll see how that goes. So thank you very much, Panic and Rastas Gaming. I hope you've enjoyed joining me in Season 12.
Fun as always.
Yeah, been brilliant.
Yeah, neither of these two are first-timers. They've been here before. And we will probably see one or two of them again before the season's out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was nice with a clean map.
Yes, yes. The map is still quite clean. There's still plenty of room, so people can come in and get involved. But that is going to be all for tonight. So thank you very much, both of them, for joining me. Thank you very much to everybody who supports the channel in all the different ways that you do. Remember, masterhellish.net, and on the site there's a support page. with lots of different ways to help me out, including many free ways. Thank you very much, of course, for the gift subs tonight and all the Viewer Plus subscribers. So take care, I'll see you all tomorrow night. But from now on, that's all from